Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 18 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason earned his third win in relief against the Atlanta Braves, and all things considered, things have been going pretty well for Jason. But there's a couple things that we should be aware of before we get too happy about it. Number one, his BABIP has been floating around .213, and as we know, usually you're giving up around 300 BABIP batting average on balls in play, so he's been getting pretty lucky in that respect. Number two, his FIP is 3.73, even though his ERA is 2.55, and even his xFIP is 3.53 versus 2.55. So our ERA is almost a full run lower than both of FIP and xFIP, so we've been getting pretty good defense or pretty good luck. Both things are possible. And third, there's another statistic that I haven't really talked about called strand rate, meaning the number of batters that we leave on base on average. Usually that floats in the 70% range or so. Right now, Jason's at 81.6%, so he actually is leaving a lot more people on base, and like home runs per fly ball or BABIP, that's a rate that is luck-based more than it is skill-based, so we should be prepared for the possibility that Jason is going to have a pretty bad regression back to the mean before too much longer. All that said, let's carry on. Okay, Miami has claimed 27-year-old relieving pitcher Phil Maton off of San Diego. Okay, well, that's not good. Atlanta Braves at home, up 2, 1 on, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Let's do it.
Jason Parham is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 23, Jason Parham.
Here's Ender Inciarte, runner in scoring position with Sukan.
Ender Inciarte.
Yeah, no problem, y'all. It's just Ender Inciarte at the plate. No biggie.
He's ready. Here's the first
Starting with that fastball.
And a fastball just a bit high.
Hey, wait for a good one and drive, and I'll pick one out.
The 1-0 home. Smoke on the ground.
Oh.
He gets dirty, but he
Unfortunate.
can't make the play. It's a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. So they continue to swing the bats well here in the opening month of the season as we take a look at the team leaderboard for total runs scored. And you can see that these guys are, as we speak, 4th in the NL in that category. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
Well, good on the Braves.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
Come on, Jay.
I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Nope. That misses, 2-0.
I think my catcher's getting a little impatient with me. Come on.
2 balls and a strike now.
Ooh, centered it. Not good. Not good at all. All right, so we're 2-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was...
Got him where we want him now. Change up, low inside. Let's do it.
This one misses,
Ooh.
and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2
Doing
away.
me dirty there, Blue.
Corey Dickerson would be next if they
That
can keep
one was
this inning
solid, and
alive.
you know it.
Hit hard back up the middle. He's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Braves 8 and the Padres 5. Manuel Margot will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Yeah, so that's our day. Whoopee.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
A 12-11 final in this ball.
Ooh.
San Diego get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Jose Torres gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Yusmeiro Petit wraps it up for the save, his 8th of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of
I don't know, between the two of us, or these two games, at the very least, we split the series. We might even have won it. Man, 5-run 7th inning. Yeesh. The no smoking light, as ever, is on. Okay, Arizona versus San Diego. Top of the 7th, 0 out, and we're down 4. Yeah, somebody's got to pitch, and I guess it's Jason Parham, so let's do it.
Jason Parham is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
23, Jason Parham.
Jake Lamb standing in now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
The first baseman, number 22, Jake Lamb.
All right, Jason. Yes, these are the same Diamondbacks that blew you up rather badly in Chase Field last year, but fret not. You're now a reliever. You've got the benefit of, probably better than half a year's worth of experience since then, so you can show them exactly what you've learned in the time that you've been away.
Fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
I don't know if he needs a few more warm-up pitches or he's just announcing his presence with authority. Either way, watch your face.
Yeah, brush him back, then give him a little soft stuff outside.
The count to Jake Lamb.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this
Foul line. Okay, so let's go high. Outside fastball. See what he does. That's too high, too far outside. Probably not fast enough for my taste, but, whatever. You do you, Jason.
2-2. Still even at 2-2.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin,
all right, so that's 2 high fastballs. Let's try that low and away changeup. See what it does.
And a changeup swung on and missed.
Bye.
First down. Ready for another chance? Mark Madsen, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch.
That high fastball.
And that one stayed up a little.
Too high.
Parham is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays. That can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Find some green, baby. Find some
green. The 2-1.
So change up low inside. Oop.
Hit on the ground to third.
Just lucky he didn't annihilate that one too bad. Let's go with that low outside cutter. Ooh, got your bat on that one somehow. Not sure how, but nevertheless, the trick was made. Let's go inside on that fastball. Jam him a little bit if we can.
Line toward the gap in left center.
Nope,
And
that didn't jam him
falls
at
in for a
all.
Solid base hit, his second of the night.
Drat.
There you go, baby. There you go.
Ready for another shot now. Yasmani Tomas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Come on.
I don't want to go outside
Comes
on
the
that
first pitch.
breaking ball.
Slapped hard the opposite way.
Oh, I didn't want to do that either.
Clean base hit is first of the game.
Oh, nope. Dang. Oh, way the hell off
It
base.
took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder
Hung
up, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
0-1 the count.
All right.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Ooh,
One well
watch
above
your
the
teeth.
zone for a ball. 6 runs, 9 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
Well, I know the last
Come on,
thing
Jay.
he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Ooh, somebody get it.
On the move.
That's going to be a sack run,
He's
but
made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
how many insurance runs do you need, man?
Alex Avila. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Tomas leads off first with a pair of...
All right, that's 2 fastballs low inside. How about that cutter high and inside? What do you do with
And
it?
he goes down
Nothing.
on strikes for the 3rd time. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. It is stretch time here at Petco Park. D-backs out in front, 7-2.
And I imagine that'll be another short one for Jason.
Chris Davis is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
All right, Crush, what can you do for us? Just kidding. I already know the answer.
You know, it's always nice to get that first one under your belt when you start a 4-game series on the road. It takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the guys in the home dugout and gives you confidence to come back and do it again tomorrow.
And we got dabbed on once again.
7-2 finish. Arizona jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Patrick Corbin earns the win, his 2nd. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Oops. Well, let's not anybody say I didn't warn you going into this one that we were probably going to have a little more trouble, a little rougher road coming up. But at the same time, you know, we're not out of it yet. We're 7 games behind in the division, which isn't fantastic, but it's like not the end of the world. Let's just take care not to let it be 29 games again for like the 3rd season in a row. Okay, top of the 5th, 0 out. We are only down 1 after a 6-run 4th. Oops.
Up next for Arizona, Yasmani Tomas. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Number 24, Yasmani Tomas.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
All right.
And he
Gonna
pulls
blow me
the
up
string
again?
on the circle change, but it's taken for ball 1.
You know
That's a
he
little
wants that on the
over-dramatizing.
mound,
I didn't get blown up
especially
the other
if it would've
day.
made the count 0-2. Didn't get it,
I
though,
had a
so now you
run
have
scored
to make
off me,
another
which in
quality
comparison
pitch.
to other times where I've been blown up is really
1-1
nothing.
home.
I would have taken a 1-run outing on any of
Plate for a ball.
those games last year. out of any of them, I think.
He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. But that'll be off the wall.
Off the
in
wall.
Right center.
So, double, triple, double.
And he'll get there as the Diamondbacks get a man into scoring
Good.
position on the leadoff
Great.
double.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now.
Barreled.
They continue to pitch to him, and he
Yikes.
continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Center
Well,
field.
at least it stayed in the yard.
A.J. Pollard. He swings and grounds it to short.
Ooh, all right.
And the throw takes the first baseman
Ooh,
right into the
ooh,
charging path of the base runner, but he's able to make a nice swipe tag to record the first out.
The batter. Catcher.
Digging in once again.
Hello,
Chris
Mr.
Two
Herman.
hits in 2 trips for him thus far.
I don't suppose you feel like getting tagged by a baseball, do you? Just for old time's sake. No? All right. Then I guess we'll just have to do this the normal way.
And that's in there for strike 1. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a
I
great
got
take.
pretty well slapped. So that's 3 of them on the inside. Let's go ahead and go. Change up low outside.
A swing and a ball chop foul
Well, he
right
got
at
to
home
that
plate.
one. That's not great. Curveball low.
The 1-2.
Okay.
Ground ball sent
No,
back up the
that's
middle.
not particularly low.
Fields it cleanly on to first, and there
Thank
are 2
goodness.
down.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just
Hey,
got it
he got off the
the
plate without me
bat.
beating
Not
him.
much of a
That's
problem
positive.
for the infield at that point.
Count your blessings, Herman.
Into the box now, Robbie Ray, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last trip.
Good pitch. Right here. Let's go, kid.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm hopeful that you won't do the same thing twice.
A
Again,
dangerous
third time.
changeup left high, but called for a strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Grounded back up the middle.
Well, this is not going to result in a run.
I
almost spoke too soon there.
Is retired. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They'll try and hold him in the field now. It's 7-6.
Well, we're still 1 run down, but hopefully we'll be able to pull it back.
Carlos Suarez will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning.
All right, Carlos, make him pay. Survey says
And if you're looking for
No.
when this game was decided, that's pretty easy. It was the big 4th inning. That was the big turning point, and they made it stand up the rest of the way.
13-7 is how this one ends. Arizona
Oh,
jumped
golly.
in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Jordan Lyles claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plezak and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
oof. That's rough. Okay, well, I think I got about 1 more game left in me. Let's hope it's a short one.
A young major leaguer is confronted with a role change.
This is a tough one for me. I didn't really want to be a reliever. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not in my plans, but I guess if it will help the club. I don't really like it.
The player
But-
will accommodate the team's request and surely earn their appreciation.
Well, if we're not in the plans for being a starter, then I guess we're just gonna have to make this work for now. but I don't know what that makes our...
Has this player reassessing his developmental goals?
Oh, yes, that's right. Now that we are formally a relief pitcher rather than just a starting pitcher, we now have to switch up our archetype. Okay, so we no longer get to be the control freak, so that option has gone to us now because we're no longer a starting pitcher. But what we do have now is the option to be either the rock star or the trickster. And between the two of them, the rock star is more of like the flamethrower archetype, kind of hybridized with the control freak. And then Trickster is a little bit more of the plain filthy guy, mixed with, I think, maybe a bit more of the flamethrower. But, oh gosh. None of this sounds particularly good to me, but I don't recall being given an option in the matter. Braking control, velocity, and makeup. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go... It's gonna be a little weird for me, but I think I'm gonna go Rockstar, because depending on how things work out, this may actually help me get my velocities up, and that might actually help me progress my get more strikeouts and such. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Well, I'm not really buying it, but we're gonna give it a try. So let me, real fast, reassess, because now that we have switched up our formal role, that's probably gonna mean we are now the closing pitcher for the San Diego Padres, which is a bit of an unusual bit of a jump for us, really, because we had been long reliever, and now we're the closer. I think we've even lost some of our overall, because we had been gearing towards starting pitcher, and we had jumped to... Oof. This is kind of screwing with my head a little bit, but, all the same, this is what we are now. So, top of the ninth, 0 out, up 2. Come on, Jason, let's get some saves.
Jason Parham comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
23, Jason Parham.
I guess this must be just the result of what people have been seeing in us in this whole second year of ours. We've been actually doing fairly well as a reliever, so maybe they think that we've got more potential as a closer than as a starter. And that's, fine and all, but wasn't really what I had in mind for Jason.
And even this game up.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1. Parham, a native Pennsylvanian, he was a 25th round pick during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid...
All right, man.
That's a big accomplishment.
The windup and the...
How about another changeup? How do you feel?
And that one stayed too
No?
low, apparently.
Not feeling it, huh?
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there. But even better job at the plate to take that one.
Well, we got to beware now, because we're no longer technically a starting pitcher. Each of our Showtime pitches now costs a full 50% of the meter, so I don't have 5 Showtime pitches to blow past these guys anymore. I only have the 1.
I should say, his third punch out of the game.
That's fine, though. 2 outs to go.
That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Here now is Mike Zunino. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
1 for 4 with a double is not a bad day. It's not fantastic, but sure makes the WOBA look good.
Wind up and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
Oh, Jay. No, thank you.
Right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
All right.
Right down the middle for a strike.
That was probably one that he should have punished, but he didn't, so we'll just take advantage of it. Change up. Bounced it to second.
Throw on to first, and the Mariners are now down to their final out.
1 out to go. And I feel obliged to repeat myself from previously. The save is a vastly overrated stat.
What he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
But the fact remains, they wanted us to be the guy at the end of the game, so we're the guy. And we have ourselves our first MLB save.
And the Padres have taken games 1 and 2 here at home as this one is over. And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. San Diego took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Tyson Ross gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Jason Parham closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation.
Well, make sure you let me know in the comments how you feel about this move. And until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.